It's funny, I wrote an article over the weekend in terms of how AI agents aren't really agents and how they're dependent on backend LLMs to function. So they're really not autonomous unto themselves. In other words, if the ChatGPT backend API ceases to work, then the agents are going to cease to work. And so if we're going to use agents in devices, we're going to have a similar problem. And as people are constructing these IoT systems, whether it's something in a car or a cell phone or an airplane, whatever, they're really not constructing them in an autonomous way. They're looking at backend services and backend cloud services as providing the brain power because that's the path of least resistance. In other words, I have access to a LLM that cost $120 million to train, and it's going to provide me with some pretty credible answers, analyzing videos, analyzing voice, things like that, and be able to do so on demand. That provides a limitation, however. If I'm in a jet plane, it's going to be very difficult for me to transmit something, over the internet, even though it's possible to have a direct understanding of the fact that my engine's on fire, which is a pretty important concept to have when you're flying an airplane.